Hey there, my name is Amy. Well, most people call me Coach Amy. Welcome to the My Fit Member program, where you will get empowered, educated, and encouraged. You'll become unstoppable at reaching whatever level of health and fitness you desire. First, a little about me, the person you'll be spending some time with during your journey. And before we dive in, I want to thank you for the pleasure and opportunity to teach you. See, fitness has been my biggest passion since I was very young. While my little brother was in his room playing video games, I was in my bedroom doing push-ups. My competitive nature led me to breaking pull-up, push-up, and track records all through school. But just like most kids, I knew nothing about nutrition. The only thing I cared about was hitting the Crystal drive-thru so I could eat my usual 8 cheese Crystal burgers with large fries and a shake after track practice. Yes, I said 8. But I'm sure that held me back from performing my best, but no one told me any better. It wasn't until my mother passed away with breast cancer when I was 14 and she was only 32 that I started to become curious about what was in our food. Why? Because I remember the doctors telling her to stop eating lunch meat and mayonnaise. Now, why in the world would they tell her to stop eating those things? That's what made a great sandwich. But years later, those words started to ring louder and louder in my head. I became more curious as I got into my 20s, and some would even say now that I'm obsessive. But my husband and my kids wish I would give in to them having a good old Big Mac once in a while. But I help them with the craving by making them a homemade burger. I know, it's not as good, but one day they will grow up and teach my grandchildren what they learned. The obsession I had grew into something bigger and has led me to where I am today. I became a personal trainer 15 years ago, following a 5-year military career, along with earning an associate's degree in physical therapy and a certificate in fitness nutrition. What I learned from public school, military, and college about nutrition was, well, not much. And so I've been on a self-education train ever since. What surprises me most is not what food can or can't do, it's the lack of knowledge the general public has about the power of food. Hippocrates once said, "Let medicine be thy food and food be thy medicine." And that means we have so much power over our health through the very choices we make. And I hope you find empowerment from each one of these lessons. I have taken what I've learned and experienced with myself and with my clients over the last 15 years to bring you what I like to call power nuggets. See, there had to be a link between what those doctors said about lunch meat and cancer, and it started to make sense. Not only for cancer, but most all health challenges, including obesity. In my career, my clients that have followed the program of maintaining their blood sugar by eating 5 to 6 small meals per day that contain fiber and protein and healthy fats in each meal have the most amazing transformations. Usually it starts with having more energy. Then comes feeling stronger and able to physically do more than ever before, followed by having less pain in their joints and sleeping better. Then the outerlying, most visible symptom, and probably the reason you decided to get in shape in the first place, is that extra weight that starts to fall off. And by achieving all this, you've reduced your risk for cancer and other diseases simply by taking back the power you always had. The biggest difference between those who succeed at seeing the body they desire and those who don't is those who educate themselves and those who don't. So plug into the system provided, read and get educated, and apply your newfound knowledge. It can't fail you because knowledge is power, and application of that knowledge is powerful. When my husband Jerry and I opened 20+ fitness clubs together, he brought a strong business component to the table, but it was a no-brainer to me that a strong nutrition component had to be added. We didn't want our clubs to be like other clubs. Most other clubs were handing out foods lists and sample menu plans, and then they call it a day. But I believe that if the client was taught basic nutrition principles, they'd stick to it and make it a lifestyle instead of making it a quick fix. I taught, or at least I tried to teach my clients how to eat this way, but as you can imagine, as my client base grew, it was very challenging and almost impossible to teach them all they needed to know. So we implemented an in-house member education system that allowed us to streamline basic nutrition taught among all personal trainers in our clubs. Now it wasn't just about my personal clients anymore, it was about the amount of people we could all affect together. And I believe that all trainers and fitness enthusiasts' combined efforts will make the biggest difference together rather than each one of us working alone. There was no way I could help this many people on my own in this short amount of time. But with a system in place that all trainers could use, it was possible. The hundreds of testimonials of lives changed through the system was more than we ever dreamed. Clients willingly gave before and after pictures and of 30 to 50 pounds lost in only 12 weeks. Some of these clients went through our program more than 5 years ago, and they still send us messages and pictures of their clean eating lifestyle and active habits. How absolutely rewarding it is for any trainer or coach to know that their clients are still thriving years after going through their program. I think my friendly fitness bug bit them, and now they're unstoppable. What we've learned is by providing nutritional education, clients picked up healthy habits and started to pass it along to their friends, family, and loved ones whose lives have also changed. So the amount of people touched by this is really unaccounted for when you think about how many times it's been paid forward. And that's when we realized we had something in our hands much bigger than our clubs. A system like this could help club owners and trainers that struggle with teaching all of their clients and holding them accountable at the same time. All of this is what ignited the launch of the nutrition education and accountability piece you're about to go through. See, I was already teaching my clients what I knew and understood from my own research as a young trainer years before we opened these clubs. And that was how to keep blood sugar levels in a healthy, even, fat-burning mode. Managing blood sugar levels was and is scientifically proven and backed by decades of research. It's really for anyone, from athletes to people struggling with diabetes. But back then it was called low glycemic eating. But what I've learned since then is that it's more about the food's impact on the blood sugar and not just the index of the food. Basically, eating nutrient-dense foods that contain fiber and protein in 5 to 6 small meals per day was the key. But back then, there was no iPhone app and no Facebook accountability group, no system to get them plugged into, until now. So I hope you're as excited as I am as we venture into this nutrition accountability program together. Most of you watching this probably tell your trainer or your coach that you just don't know what to eat. You crave more information on the right way to eat, right? Well, or you may say, you already eat healthy. You just need some accountability to keep you focused on your goal, right? Well, what your trainer needs to know is that your version of healthy matches their version of healthy. Well, you and your trainer have that with this program. Nutrition and education and accountability at its finest. If you as a client know your weekly progress is noticed and that each of your small successes are celebrated along with your fellow fitness seekers, wouldn't you be more likely to stick to your program and stay motivated? I mean, you don't want to let down your friend or your coach. You'll do more for someone else than you will for yourself. It's human nature, right? So you, your friends, and your coach are in this together. It's not just about showing up for the workout anymore. It's about the other 23 hours of the day you spend outside and away from your fitness enthusiasts fighting temptations. Your trainer will be able to see what you're viewing and reading on nutrition and see what you're eating through the pictures you upload to the app each day. See, your trainer not only wants you to be successful, but needs you to be successful. And they know that nutrition is 80% of the battle. Maybe their client base has gotten like mine did, and it's impossible for him or her to educate every single one of their clients. They simply don't have the time in the day. You are an advertisement of your trainer's business, and this piece of accountability is going to ensure your success and theirs. See, your trainer is only successful when you are. He or she is in the business of changing lives, and one life change leads to more and more changed lives. So your success is not only crucial to your trainer, but it's crucial to the loved ones around you. I mean, if someone has rotten teeth, you aren't going to ask them who their dentist is. It's the same way with your trainer. Your lifestyle changes are going to become visible to other people. They are going to start asking you what you're doing, and you're going to start telling people what you're doing and who you're training with. And I don't know about you, but I'm a big superhero fan. I believe what Spider-Man's uncle said to him just before he died is true for all of us. With great power comes great responsibility, is what he said. When you have knowledge to something, it gives you power, and the responsibility is to share it with others so the legacy lives for generations. Our goal, along with your trainer's goal, is to reach as many people as possible. And the way that works best is when you share with others how you became successful with your own health and fitness. So you are going to pay it forward to every person who asks you, one person at a time, starting with you. More and more people will begin to adopt healthy, and one day the obesity statistics will change in this country because you and your trainer started something. See, the reason your trainer needs your success is really much bigger than either one of you. Will the quality of your life get better? Yes. Will your trainer earn more clients' business? Of course. But will the future of your grandchildren look brighter? Absolutely, because you started something. But the future does start with you, so without further ado, let's get started on changing you. To give you a quick overview on how this program works, I'll start with saying this: you get out of it what you put into it. Isn't that true with anything you apply to your life? There are several modules with lessons to view and read, with simple questions to answer at the end of each one. You must start at the beginning and answer the questions at the end of each lesson in order before moving on to the next. Your trainer will be notified of your progress and be able to view where you are in the program. Once you make it through all the lessons, there will be an overall quiz on everything you've learned. Answer all the questions correctly and you'll earn your certificate of achievement in understanding basic nutrition. Never before has an opportunity like this been offered to personal training clients. You are going to be a rock star in your gym.